Ben 10. The Cosmic Rift Adventure. It had been a relatively quiet summer for Ben Tennyson and his family. After the intense battles with Vilgax, Egregor, and the Forever Knights, Ben was looking forward to a normal road trip with Grandpa Max and Gwen. But on a sweltering afternoon, as they drove through the vast deserts of Nevada, the peaceful silence was shattered. Suddenly, the sky above began to crack. Literally. At first, it seemed like some kind of strange aurora, glowing tendrils of light spreading across the atmosphere. But Ben, always on high alert for signs of danger, noticed something different. These cracks were emitting an energy he had never felt before. It wasn't just a visual phenomenon. There was something deeply wrong. The Omnitrix, usually calm in standby mode, began beeping rapidly. Ben looked down at his wrist, seeing the familiar green glow flicker erratically, like it was struggling to maintain control. He had seen the Omnitrix act up before, but this was something new. His heart raced as the device flashed, and before he could brace himself, the Omnitrix transformed him into XLR8, completely unprompted. What the? Ben stumbled as the transformation caught him off guard. He looked to Grandpa Max, who had already pulled the rust bucket to a stop, and Gwen, whose eyes were wide with concern. Ben, what's going on? Gwen asked, stepping out of the vehicle. I don't know, Ben replied, his voice distorted by his alien form. But the Omnitrix is acting weird. It's like something's messing with it. Just as he finished speaking, a thunderous roar echoed from above. A massive ship, alien in design, hovered overhead. It was unmistakably the warship of Vilgax, Ben's archenemy. Before Ben could fully register what was happening, Vilgax himself descended, glaring down at Ben and his family. You again? What do you want this time, Vilgax? Ben shouted, already preparing to fight. But instead of his usual threatening speech, Vilgax's expression showed something different. His eyes darted to the cracks in the sky above, a flicker of unease passing across his face. This is beyond you, Ben Tennyson, Vilgax growled. Even you cannot stop what's coming. Ben, not one to back down, charged at Vilgax with blinding speed. But just as he was about to land a hit, the Omnitrix malfunctioned again, this time shifting him from XLR8 into a new form. A completely unfamiliar alien. His body morphed into something ethereal, like living energy, constantly shifting and reforming itself. Ben tried to maintain control, but his new form was unstable, jerking and flickering like a broken hologram. Vilgax took advantage of the confusion, blasting Ben away with a powerful strike. Ben! Gwen shouted as she rushed to his side. Ben struggled to regain control, but his new form was slipping through his grasp. The Omnitrix continued to glitch, and before he knew it, the transformation reverted, leaving him disoriented and back in his human form. Vilgax, seeing the chaos, didn't bother to continue the fight. With a dark smirk, he retreated to his ship and disappeared into the fractured sky. We have to figure out what's going on, Grandpa Max said gravely, helping Ben to his feet. Whatever those cracks are, they're affecting the Omnitrix, and who knows what else. Back in the rust bucket, Grandpa Max began scanning the area with plumber technology. The readings were unlike anything they'd seen before. Massive surges of energy were emanating from the cracks in the sky, and whatever was causing them was tearing apart the fabric of reality itself. The energy was also identical to the strange fluctuations affecting the Omnitrix. That's when the Omnitrix lit up again, projecting a holographic image of Azimuth, the brilliant Galvan inventor who had created the Omnitrix. Azimuth, Ben said, relieved to see a familiar face. What's going on? My Omnitrix is freaking out. Azimuth's expression was unusually grim. The disturbances you're seeing are the result of an ancient and dangerous device known as the Cosmic Rift, he explained. This device has the power to merge entire realities into one, collapsing the multiverse into a single, unstable universe. The Cosmic Rift? Gwen echoed. Why would anyone want to do that? Because with all realities combined, the individual who controls the rift controls all of existence, Azimuth answered. Long ago, the rift was hidden in a secret dimension, sealed away to prevent anyone from abusing its power. But someone or something has reactivated it, and now it's causing chaos across the multiverse. Ben swallowed hard, the gravity of the situation sinking in. So the cracks in the sky, are they? They're tears in the fabric of reality, Asmith confirmed. If left unchecked, these tears will spread, and soon the barriers between dimensions will collapse entirely. Asmith went on to explain that the cosmic rift had begun pulling alternate versions of Ben and his enemies into their universe. That's why the Omnitrix was glitching. It was being overloaded by the presence of multiple realities colliding. I have to stop it, Ben said, determination in his voice. Asmith nodded. Yes, but you won't be able to do it alone. The Omnitrix's connection to the multiverse is stronger than ever now. It will draw other Bens from different realities. You must find them, work together, and locate the cosmic rift before it's too late. The next few days were a blur of chaos. The cracks in the sky continued to grow, and soon entire towns began vanishing, replaced by alternate versions from other dimensions. In one city, a futuristic skyline appeared, shimmering with advanced technology. In another, prehistoric creatures roamed the streets. The boundaries between realities were crumbling. As Ben and his team followed the trail of anomalies, they encountered something extraordinary. A portal opened before them, and out stepped two versions of Ben from alternate dimensions. The first was Ben X10, a version of Ben from a cyberpunk future where technology dominated every aspect of life. His Omnitrix was sleek and metallic, with cybernetic enhancements that gave his aliens unique abilities. The second was Ben 10,000, a much older and battle-hardened Ben from the far future, where he had mastered over 1,000 different alien transformations. His presence exuded authority and experience. You're not the only one dealing with this mess, kid, Ben 10,000 said, his voice gruff. I've been chasing these cracks through the multiverse, trying to stop whoever's behind this. Together, the three Bens formed what Gwen jokingly referred to as the Ben Core. Their mission was clear: find the source of the cosmic rift and shut it down. But it wasn't long before they discovered that the rift wasn't just a natural phenomenon, it was being controlled. Their journey led them to a distant and desolate planet, Zylox Prime, where the cosmic rift was located. It was there they met their adversary, Zylox, a being from a parallel dimension who had lost his universe to a previous malfunction of the cosmic rift. Now, he sought revenge, intending to merge all realities into one and rule over the combined multiverse. You don't understand the power at my fingertips, Zylox sneered as the Ben Core confronted him. This is my chance to rewrite reality, to bring order to the chaos of the multiverse. I will be its god. Zylox had harnessed the power of the rift, channeling it through a massive artifact known as the Core of Realities. The energy pulsing from the core was tearing apart the universe faster than the Bens could stop it. But as they fought their way through Zylox's army, an army that included alternate versions of their greatest enemies, like evil Vilgaxes and corrupted Kevins, Ben realized that the key to stopping Zylox lay within the Omnitrix itself. The Omnitrix had always been linked to the multiverse, its vast catalog of alien DNA collected from across countless dimensions. And now, with the barriers between realities thinning, it was more powerful than ever. Ben realized that if he could harness that energy, he might be able to use the Omnitrix to stabilize the rift. But it wouldn't be easy. The Core of Realities was nearing full activation, and the entire universe was on the brink of collapse. In a final showdown at the heart of the rift, Ben faced off against Zylox while his alternate selves fought off the enemies surrounding them. The core pulsed with energy, warping the space around them, and Ben knew there was only one way to stop it. He activated the Omnitrix and transformed into Alien X, the near-omnipotent celestial being capable of controlling space, time, and reality itself. But even Alien X struggled against the overwhelming power of the rift. The energy pouring from the core was destabilizing everything around it, threatening to tear the universe apart. In a desperate move, Ben used Alien X's full potential to separate the core from the cosmic rift, severing the connection between dimensions. The process was excruciating, the strain almost too much for even Alien X to handle. But with one final burst of power, the core was deactivated, and the cracks in the sky began to heal. As the universe stabilized, the alternate Bens returned to their own realities, their mission complete. Zylox, defeated, was trapped in a dimension of his own making, forever lost in the chaos he had tried to control. Back on Earth, Ben, Gwen, and Grandpa Max watched as the last remnants of the cracks vanished from the sky. The multiverse had been saved, but the experience had left Ben with a newfound respect for the immense responsibility that came with the Omnitrix. He had seen just how fragile reality could be, and how easily it could be destroyed. As the rust bucket rolled down the highway once more, Ben looked down at the Omnitrix on his wrist. Somewhere out there, in the infinite expanse of the multiverse, other versions of himself were fighting their own battles, each one a hero in their own right. Ben smiled. Whatever challenges lay ahead, he knew he wasn't alone. The multiverse was vast, unpredictable, and full of surprises. But with the Omnitrix at his side, he was ready for whatever came next.